spicy reefers and
Nah, you're done.
microwave. You know, like spice. That's aquarium water.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, buddy. So this is a pretty basic no frills doser. I put a nice loop here at the bottom. It's a simple way to help the tubes stay at the bottom of the container. You'll see later that I've advanced, graduated to using a straw on the end instead. But either way works just fine. The straw kind of works really nicely because it stays straight. Of course, you can use any container that you have lying around. I just happen to be using this beaker because it has a milliliter measurement, and I wanted to try and keep track of how much I was dosing per minute. And as it turns out, that really wasn't necessary, so I'm not even going to include that spiel in here. To get it started, all you have to do is suck the liquid over the top of the container. Then, as long as the liquid can flow down the tube, gravity will take over. Now all we have to do is slow the flow. So I tie a knot on the end of the tube. The location of the knot's not very particular. It's not very important. I just want to be able to tighten and loosen it to get the flow that I need. This can be kind of a hit or miss, and you have to just keep working, tightening it, loosening it until you get it right where you want it. It can be tricky at first, but once you do it a few times, it doesn't really take that long. Another thing I discovered about this method is the container that you choose matters just a little bit. So you can see this tall container that I have here. Once the liquid gets to the bottom, it has to go farther, it has to go higher, and the liquid gets heavier, and so it slows the flow. Whereas I might have started out at 60 drops per minute, then toward the end I might only be at 10 drops per minute. Ooh, I really like the LEDs. I'd like that I took the Vipar Spectra and just took it apart and put it right on top. That's been working out really well. Sorry, sidetrack. Yeah, so that's pretty much it actually. I'm just going to show you here how I finally set it up on top of the tank. You see I've got the lid working out, the corrugated roofing material. That's working out really well. I haven't had salt creep. I mean, take a look up there. You see a lot of water dropping all over the place. That's mostly me cleaning stuff. But you don't see any salt creep that people talk about when they have lids. So I guess I've been lucky in that situation. I don't know if it's because I live in kind of a humid climate. Whatever. So anyway, here's the drip. And that's about it. That's tying a knot. So this is how I did the baking soda. I'm going to rinse this out. I took a little siphon or a funnel, and I dumped the baking soda in there. Oops. Filtered water is the cold water. This is not tap. It's got 2 carbon filters on it. Warm water is not filtered at all. Cold water has 2 carbon filters on it, so that's plenty filtered for what I'm doing here. We're going to add a teaspoon in here. Oh, that wasn't really covered now, was it? Gotta love these products that people have not paid too close attention to. So all I did was more or less add a scoop. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 scoops since it doesn't dose the whole thing because the straw doesn't reach all the way down. And then now I'll just add the water and fill it up. Now you do need to mix it. I left the cap over in the other room. I'll go grab that. But all I did was this. Now I'm not going to start the drip right away. I'm going to go ahead and let the water soak into this substance here. For maybe, I don't know, a half hour. It looks pretty mixed though, but I'm sure there's tiny little granules in there that aren't mixed. If you ever added salt to water, it takes a while before that salt breaks down and liquefies. So even though it looks to my eye like it's definitely mixed, it might not be mixed. So we'll just let it sit for a while. And I'll come back to it and start the drip. This is a pretty genius little drip. I was doing the tying the knot thing and it was working, but it took a lot of adjusting. And then I remembered about these little deals. These are this is Airline hose anyway. And you can squeeze it so that you're not, if you have a stone on this and you drop it in the tank and you have an air pump on this, you can control the amount of air that's going to that stone. They have 3-way valves, 4-way valves. They have manifolds with 6 of them on there. But this one makes a real easy drip. You just get it started. You leave it wide open. Wide open is when it's parallel to the line. When it's perpendicular, it's closed. And so you leave it wide open. You drop that in really fast into the container, and it starts the siphon, because when you drop it in really fast, it kind of climbs up. The water just kind of climbs up and starts. So you don't have to suck on it. All right, we'll let that stand for a bit. Spicy Reef here, signing off.
Now what are you doing?
I think I got it.
How do you know if it's up or down?
I was wondering why that ball kept getting bigger, and then it hit me. That was awkward,
That's so bad. Yeah.